Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a requested video for you guys. Back about maybe 2 weeks I hauled 2 palettes, and it so happened to be a coincidence that I found that they were very similar in tones of shadow. So you guys wanted to see the comparison of both, so I tried to get this up as quickly as possible, knowing that the VIB sale is currently going on as we speak. So if you're interested in one or the other palette, maybe this might be good for you. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you do like it, and let's get on with the comparison. Now, as you guys can see from the title, I am comparing the Anastasia Prism palette, which looks like this, versus the Kat Von D Holiday Palette Saint and Sinner palette that looks like this. Now, as I'm holding them up, I noticed that there was quite a few different colors that looked very similar to my Kat Von D, so I wanted to share them with you guys. I am going to tell you guys that some of the shadows are very different in formula, very different as far as their finishes go, and some might be a little bit of a variation as far as an undertone, or some may have a little bit more of a different color tone than the other. I did not find exact dupes, with the exception of the black shades and maybe one other shade, but the rest that I'm sharing with you guys today are very, very similar. So once you pack them on your eyes, you may not even notice a difference between both of the palettes, but I did want to share with you guys anyway, because I felt like the Kat Von D was getting negative thoughts on it because of the colors separation and the no cohesiveness of the palette, but I felt like the Anastasia was very similar to it. So before I do get started on the comparison, I just want to tell you really quickly about the Anastasia Prism palette. This is just a quick overview of it. This does bring your typical 14 shades that Anastasia typically puts in her palettes. The difference between this palette and most palettes is you do get cool undertone bright colors, and you only get per se 2 finishes. You get matte shades, or you get these pressed pigment type of shades. I don't see anything as far as a satin. I don't see anything as far as one with true glitter in it. This is just pure pigments or matte. You get one or the other. So if you have an issue with either one of her formulas as far as that, this palette may not be for you. If you like satin finishes and you don't like these shimmery, bright, pure pigments like the L'Oreal Infallible ones, or your Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette, I forget what that one was, with all of them in a circle, that's how this formula is as well. So if you don't like that, where you have to use your finger or wet your brush, you're not going to like these. Another one that is very similar as far as the formula is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. So those are just some variations of the actual finishes to them. I do like it. I have been using this a lot. I am wearing this one in conjunction with a shadow in the Kat Von D today, so I just wanted to share that with you guys really quickly before I go with the comparisons. Now, I love this one. This one, obviously, you guys know it has satins, mattes, it has glitter, it has the pressed pigments, it has glitter toppers, you name it, this one has a lot of it. It has brow bone shades, has cool undertones, has warm undertones. So you're definitely getting more variety in here, but you're also getting more shadows in this one, and it's a little bit more expensive. This one is $42, and I believe, oh my goodness, $59 for this one, $62, I can't remember. I'll put it up in the screen somewhere, but this one is almost, it's more than the Anastasia one. So if you're not into this bulky palette, you might like this one instead, because it is very similar. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you close-ups of the swatches of the 2 comparisons. The left one will always be Anastasia, the right one will be Kat Von D. I will note it on the screen, so if you are confused, you kind of know what I am talking about. So the first ones that I'm going to mention is Eden from the Anastasia palette and the Sacred Heart from Kat Von D. Eden is a matte, and it is a lot more peachy undertone, and Sacred Heart from the Kat Von D does have a satin finish, so you're going to see a little bit more glimmer to it, and I feel like it is more of a pink true, more vibrant color than the Anastasia one. Both work well on my eyes. I had no problem using either one on my eyes. I can use Sacred Heart in my crease, and it doesn't look like it has shimmer or glimmer on my crease. I can pass that one as a matte, and it works great. These are not exact dupes, but they are very similar, especially if you put them on the eye. Unless you're really magnifying it or somebody really knows their colors, they're not going to know the difference between these two. Next two colors that I have is Sphere from the Anastasia palette and then Exodus from the Kat Von D palette. The Sphere from the Anastasia palette is completely matte, and the Exodus from Kat Von D does have sort of like this glitter infused in it. You can't see the glitter on your eyes unless you truly pack it on your eyes. You don't get glitter fallout with this one in particular. It's just kind of mixed with the formula. I will tell you that I absolutely love the Kat Von D side on this one. It is definitely more pigmented, a lot easier to blend out on the eyes. The Anastasia one, I found that I really had to build, and it was very patchy on my eyes. So if you're going to use that one, you're going to have to use a base with it to really enhance it and work with it better. The following two that I have is Obsidian from Anastasia, and I have Sabbath from the Kat Von D. I am wearing this color on my eyes today. I had a very, very hard time with the Anastasia black. Both of them are completely matte. Both are exactly the same with the exception of the formula. I 110 love the Kat Von D version a lot better than the Anastasia one. The Anastasia one was super patchy. It skipped a lot on my eyes. I had to really build it up. I had a lot more fallout than I did with the Kat Von D one. The Kat Von D one, it is so smooth to work with. Beautiful color. If you're going to wear a matte black on your eyes, you really want it to work well. You don't want to have to really fuss with it because it's already a true black. So it's already going to give you a hard time. So you want it to be the best black you can use. And 100% I go with the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner one in this one. It saved my look today because I packed this one on top of the Anastasia one, and you could see where it's more pigmented than the Anastasia one. The Anastasia one was so patchy, it skipped on my eyes, and it had nothing to do with my primer or any other way because I've used the same primers over and over and over for all these palettes, and I've never had a problem before. So it is the shadow, and as you could see in the swatches, it's a lot more patchy, and it skips. It's not a true pigmented black. So Kat Von D wins on this one as well. Next one that I have is Throne from the Anastasia palette and Vestment from the Kat Von D. Both of these are amazing shadows. Both performed beautifully. I used Vestment in a tutorial on my channel. Very first eyeshadow that I used from the Kat Von D palette. I cannot say I love one more than the other. I will say that the Kat Von D has more of a turquoise shift to it versus the Kat Von D is more of a deeper blue. Both are the same exact formula. They both pack on a punch. They both work exactly the same. They're just a little bit of a variation as far as the undertone, but they are almost exact dupes. Love both of them. I can't say I love one more than the other. They are both great. Last but not least, I have Saturn from the Anastasia palette, and the last one is Devil. These are both matte. They are both an orange toned type of color. The Anastasia one is more of a burnt orange. It has more of a brown undertone, and the Devil color in the Kat Von D shade is more of a true pumpkin orange. They both work well in the eyes. They both blend out beautifully. They're both super pigmented, so I didn't find any trouble with either one of these two. Those are the similarities that I did find in both palettes. There are some that are kind of similar, but they weren't true similar kind of sisters instead of twins, if you know what I mean, because either one had more of a silver undertone, the other one had more of a purple undertone. But there are a few more that I would say are super similar. It's just they have a different undertone, so I don't feel like they're exactly the same to be able to share them. I love both palettes. If I were to choose one or the other, certain shades, I would definitely choose the Kat Von D. I don't feel like the Anastasia really won on any shade that I compared. over the Kat Von D. If not, they were on the exact same playing field, but the Kat Von D had a lot more winners than the Anastasia one. If you do not want a lot of variety in color, you're not going to use a lot of these. I did find similarities both in the Sinner and the Saint side, and I honestly thought I was only going to find it in the Saint side, but I found it in both sides. So I don't feel like if you do like the Anastasia, you're gonna only like the Saint or the Sinner side of the Kat Von D. You're gonna like both sides because I did find it in both. It's up to you whether you want a smaller palette. You're more of a fan of Anastasia than you are of the Kat Von D shadows. But I do love both. I do enjoy both. I have been enjoying both, and I will continue to use both. Definitely, because they each have their unique tones and different shades that the other one does not have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for requesting this. This was a lot of fun to do, and this was a total coincidence that this happened during my haul. I love to do these types of videos, something unique and out there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will link both of the palettes down in the description box if you are interested in purchasing either one of them. Take advantage of the 20% off sale, and don't forget the Black Friday is also going to be coming in Cyber Monday, so these might be even on sale on those. Thank you again for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video, and don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye guys.